Hello everyone, messy hair, bathrobe. I think you know what time it is. Time for more people behaving badly on r/iamverybadass. Oh dear God, what's happened? Why does it look like a glorified Facebook page now? This is awful. Is this my stuff? Did I do this? Okay, that's much better. That was... Somehow my dark mode got turned off. I love giving witty one-liners in all my knife fights. I've been in fights that have turned into knife fights, etc. I can attest to the fact that once you reach a certain level of skill in combat sports, knife fighting, you're now immune to having people fight back in any meaningful way, and you can always look like an action star. Never end up getting cut or hit for that matter, and you simultaneously learn how to humiliate your opponents with witty one-liners while they writhe in pain on the floor. It's really quite something. Let me stop everybody right here. And for all the people who think that they are action stars, who think that they are bad enough ass in a fight to be able to do something like this, like the scene in Secondhand Lines or whatever it was, where those guys are like, pulling knives one at a time so they could fight the older man or whatever. Yeah, that wouldn't happen. Somebody's going to pull a rod and something bad's going to happen. Don't get in fights. Like, unless there's an established set of rules, don't get into fights, okay? Like, you're not going to have a fight where somebody's going to give you enough time to come up with some corny, like, smile for the camera being my fist, like stupid one-liner, okay? That's not going to happen. Instagram reel and a really badass comment. Okay, that's that. Now that you own me? Now maybe she means now that you... Wait, time out. Own. I don't understand. Now that you are aware of my presence, I might just want to warn you. I do not listen to no one. I don't give a F what others think of me. I will be sassy and extremely rude to the point that you will want to cry for 3 weeks after you speak to me. Not 2, not 4, 3 exactly. I am basically just your demon now. Deal with it, all caps. I will make your existence extremely miserable, but the thing is, I am fiercely loyal and extremely protective. Anyone so much as look at you funny, they're on an ambulance. We're not putting them in the ambulance, by God. They're sitting on top of it, headed to the ER. I will burn the world down just to make sure that you are safe. Okay. Well, I like the little smiley emoji at the end. Here's the thing. I love when people are like, God, I'm such a badass. I am a raging piece of crap. I am awful. I am literally the devil. But hey, ain't nobody going to have your back like I got your back. Don't push him. He'll enjoy it more than you. That's the thing with me. I'll tell you no once if you try and take it upon yourself and touch me or any of my personal items. Without my permission, we're fighting. I don't care if I win or lose, but I guarantee you, we're fighting, and I'll enjoy it a lot more than you. You'll enjoy it until you get hit in the face one good time. Like the second that, like you think, just because you can button mash and Soul Calibur and you can whoop the AI, that doesn't mean that, you're going to win a real fight. Somebody, the first point, everybody's gangster till they get punched in the face one good time. Everybody's hard and everybody's ready to, everybody's the baddest ass until we get punched in the temple. Suddenly we don't want to play anymore. Always taking headshots. None. Unless you suck at basic first-person shooters, 7 Days to Die should be an easy game for most, combat-wise. I guess that's 7 Days to Die. Yeah, sure, whatever. Don't shoot unless you have a guaranteed headshot instant kill. Okay, George Washington. But I understand people haven't been trained to aim for the head like I was from a young age. I shoot for the headshot every time, or I don't shoot. You probably do save a lot of ammunition then, because every FPS I've ever played, whenever you get close to somebody, we start doing this mess. So yeah, you probably do save a lot of ammunition, because guarantee you ain't got no guaranteed headshots doing that. I'm really drunk right now, you don't say. But if you want real advice on how not to suck at most basic FPSs in history, I've been on my country's national team in CS 1.5, 1.6 Battlefield 1942, Quake 3, Modern Warfare 4, CSGO. What the F ever flavor of the month this game is that I'll probably be in the top 200 or realistically top 30. DM me. Okay. Yeah. We'll get you on the back end, bud. So unbelievably wholesome. Spoken like a true hunter. Never one to take advantage of someone or something while vulnerable. A true warrior mindset. A warrior mindset isn't hunting something that is outmatched and is barely a threat. Once a man gets a taste of hunting the ultimate predator, hunting dumb animals just doesn't suffice. You would know this if you had a warrior's mindset. I'm curious to see what animal is it. Like there's not another page to this. Like I would be like hella interested to know what the ultimate predator is. Are you hunting other men? Is this one of those like most dangerous game kind of things? I went full Christian Bale on one of those losers one day. Like full Christian Bale, like what was his name? The dude from American Psycho, or like Batman Christian Bale? You need to be more specific with your references here. Trying to move some pallets around with a bridge crane, absolutely tore his head off in public, had about 20 people watching me. I've got my guy on the ground below directing me. I'm 100 feet above in the cab of the crane, and this effing twat is standing in the catwalk behind me, yelling at me, trying to direct me. I stop the crane and tell him to shut up. He climbs over the rail to come in and explain that he's trying to help. That's the last time that effer ever tried to make me understand. Grab that on break and bring him around to the tool crib and lock the door. Get real close and explain what you need him to do. If he pops his mouth off, give him one right there and tell the foreman a chain fell on him. If he agrees to stop being stupid, then you're on your way to a better tomorrow. Yes, you should always maintain proper safety procedures, and it sounds like maybe somebody was climbing somewhere he shouldn't have been or whatever, but the thing about I Am Very Badass is I believe that there is a micro thin line between this and the subreddit that didn't happen. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. I had to zoom way in for it. The caption was, "This is at a TJ Maxx." And this man's shirt, best I can tell, says, "I'm coming for everything they said I shouldn't have." Like, sir, you're at a store. They want you to come in and get things. And it's a TJ Maxx, too. It's not like it's a real Nordstrom's or anything. There's not a real high barrier to entry. If you can open the door, you can go into TJ Maxx, and if you got money, you can get whatever you think you need until you don't have enough money anymore. I'm the loud, fiery one. Prime example, at Guardians of the Galaxy the other day, I threatened two teenagers who wouldn't shut up. Told them to shut the F up or move or I'll throw them down the cinema steps. Didn't hear a peep after that. Quiet, laid-back men. Why do you go for loud, fiery women? Well, someone's got to tell the waiter I ordered mashed potatoes, and it ain't gonna be me. This vehicle is rated BA for badass. Proceed with caution. If it's a badass enough vehicle, I don't feel like anybody should be able to proceed because you should be able to outrun them, no? Just be lucky that dude was calm-headed. I have a carry license and been to anger management twice. He was the example I wish I was. Instead, I flash my Glock and say, "If you don't want to be at the appointment with God I made for you, walk away." They always smartly walk away. One day you're going to meet someone like me and your mother will be crying for days and years later. Well, first off, if you made an appointment, one of the people in that appointment is God, then I don't know who you think you are to keep God waiting. Pretty bold of you to assume that you can make an appointment for God. But also, that last line is actually, I hate to admit, actually kind of a good piece of advice. You're going to find somebody one day when you know, that whole F around and find out thing. One day you're going to find somebody, if you go looking for fights, well, you're going to end up in one day and you don't know what's going to happen. So, I mean, it could be this guy apparently, because he's, he carries and has anger management issues. Fantastic. Hey, sup? Hi, nerd person. I am always watching. Like, oh, okay. How you doing, I guess? I'm a hardcore Star Wars geek. I only wear Star Wars t-shirts, whether to church or weddings or funerals. I only wear Star Wars merchandise. But I'm a big guy kind of geek. I won't punch you, but I am very capable of removing tendons and flesh from bone if you don't tap. And I will get you down to the ground no matter the size difference. I don't want to do so just be nice to geeks, you effing gearhead. I'm not going to punch you. I'm not going to, physically batter you. I'm just going to, toddler grip your tendons and flesh and just start ripping, just pulling you apart like a Christmas present. Awesome. Yesterday was eventful. Pulled my knife out to fight for front row parking at the Galleria. No worries, I was waiting first. Gave my bigger table to a family who sat at a table for ants. Somebody yelled out, "Hey," to which I replied, "Don't hey me or I'll F you up." No other context there, just somebody said, "Hey," probably not even to this person. They said, "You say," I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. Helped an old lady cross the street, and I set off 2 car alarms by blasting my bass in the parking garage, and then I proceeded to the movies where I sneaked into a second one after. I'm a rebel without a cause. Hear me now. This is the physical, a person embodiment of a Sour Patch Kid. First they're sour, then they sweet, and then they're sour and maybe kind of rancid at the end. People in the armed forces, what's the story behind your nickname? Blackout. I tend to black out, he said the thing, and go in full rage mode while in live combat. I have 100+ recorded kills using a pocket knife, and I don't remember one of them. So you mean to tell me that you blacked out in a blind rage and became a danger to you and your brothers and sisters in arms, and started, you threw down whatever firearm you had, pulled out your old-timer pocket knife, and just started stabbing 100+ people, and somebody standing on the sidelines with a clipboard was like, "Oh my god, he is so badass," and started tally marking every person that you stabbed. And then instead of bringing you back for a mental exam the first time you did that, they're like, no, wait, he's like that guy from Demon Slayer. He'll black out and then he'll be really badass for a little bit. He's our Deus Ex Machina. He's our ace in the hole. We better keep him and make sure that we tally how many he gets, because he's so badass he can't even keep up with himself. We need to tell him how cool he is. I don't think a single word of this happened other than probably just the full rage mode part. And that's enough of being a quote-unquote badass for today. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I kind of enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, bye.